Alright, today we're going to remove the interior. And so we're going to start with the receipts. So we're going to remove the front and rear seats. So now we're going to take the seat belt bolts off, and we're going to use a 14. Alright, we're going to take off this plastic cap here. Now we're going to take a 14. So we're going to back this one out too. Alright, we took that out. We're going to take this one out too. Alright, so it's day 2, and today I'm going to take out the front seats. We're going to start with just kind of clipping these pieces off. Alright, so we have both pieces off. Now we're just going to take this out. We backed out both bolts for 14 millimeters, and now we can just kind of take out the fronts. We're going to take out this gray clip here. Just going to take out the yellow clip. Alright, so pretty much we removed these wiring harnesses here. This big one connected to this yellow one here, the gray one, and this other yellow one, the smaller one here. You pretty much had to remove these clips that snapped into the main metal piece of the seat. Unfortunately, I broke one off. It's just a plastic piece there, but I was able to keep one intact. I won't be needing this for the Recaro seats, so I'm perfectly fine with doing this. And then the middle yellow one was kind of hard to pull out, but if you pull up, you noticed there's this little clip here, and that makes it easier to just kind of slide right out, so you don't have to like try to remove the connection while you're doing while you're working in a tight space. You can actually pull it out and have more room to work with. So we're going to remove the seat now out of the car. I'm going to take this out so it doesn't get damaged. So we just removed the driver's seat, doing a little vacuuming of the floor just to get some of the things that were left, crumbs, out of the way. Right now we're going to do the passenger seat. So same deal, it's going to be 2 bolts there, right there, and then 2 in the front. And then we'll be able to like bend the chair back. So over here is the rear seat. Looks like there's a Bose unit here. And then there's also the SRS. So we're gonna have to take this out first before we can remove the seat completely. So this is an update of what we've done so far. We're removing pretty much all the interior for the RSX. As you can see here, there's no more seats. I removed them earlier. And we just took out the center console. And so you can see that just laying in the back there. I'll probably just move it out of the car in a second. But the center console's out, including the shift boot. And I started removing some of the plastic pieces from the dashboard. As you can see here, they're just kind of laying up there. So the fuse box cover, the shift boot cover, cigarette lighter cover, etc. So all that's left is, you know, pulling out the carpet. There's a few clips up front, and then I'm just gonna make sure I'm not kind of fraying any wires. So I'm gonna go work carefully for this. All right, so we're gonna remove the carpet now. We've kind of pretty much unbolted and loosened all the wires. So all that's left is just to pull the carpet out. So we ripped the carpet out. So you can see we pretty much pulled all the interior panels. It's a little dusty, so we'll have to clean it. And then over here, pretty much it's all kind of torn out. You see like there's pennies and dust and all sorts of stuff down here, which we'll have to clean up as well before we lay on a new carpet and put a little Dynomat. And then right over here is the carpet, the old carpet actually. So black RSX Type S carpet. You can see here it was torn by the previous driver, but it's not bad. So we have the SRS light on, and the reason why it's on is because we've gutted the car, and in part of gutting the car, the passenger and the driver's seat has a side airbag, and this plug here connects to that. Since we're going with Recaros, they don't have side airbags, and some people have the SRS light on. We're gonna actually put a 2 ohm sensor resistor here, so it's gonna trick the system to say that it's there, and that will eventually turn the SRS light off. So we're not at that stage yet. We gotta keep cleaning up the engine bay or the chassis here. We're gonna kind of degrease everything and get it ready for putting the new interior. All right, so everything's kind of ready to go, and we just need to begin prepping. So what I'm gonna do is start just kind of wiping down and cleaning the surfaces to get it ready for the Dynomat. And to do it, we're just going to use just simple kind of cleaning wipes, a lot of brake cleaner, just going to spray the surface and then wipe it down. It's going to just dry off anyways. And then a little rubbing alcohol in certain areas just to make sure it's prepped and it's going to stick really well. So it's going to be a few hours of work. All right, so while we're cleaning the car and prepping it for Dynomat, there are these extra wires here that I've been able to kind of slowly take out. They look like they were just kind of an extra existing sound system or battery relocation wires to the trunk area, or even like a subwoofer wire. But I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out, throw it away. There are these two wires here though that are headed into this dash area. I believe it's going to the stereo system because as I reach my hand underneath, this wire, as I follow it along, leads to the aftermarket stereo. So I'm gonna actually have to get in there and take it out, and that's what I'll be doing before we prep it for Dynomat. All right, so I know it doesn't look like much, but we pretty much cleaned the entire interior. We wiped down nearly everything with wipes, degreaser, and topped it off with some alcohol. And so it's pretty much ready to lay down the Dynomat. We're just gonna let it dry just to make it sure there's no liquid kind of settling on the bottom. I wiped it all with a microfiber towel, but we're just gonna make sure. So after cleaning the interior, we're pretty much prepped and ready to install the Dynomat. What I've done is taken the 9 sheets and just kind of laid them where I'm gonna place them. I have to cut it out, so it's not gonna look exactly like this, but at least it lets me know how much material I have to kind of cover the car. So I have this Dynomat here, so I'm just gonna start laying it down and just deciding where I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna start peeling a good amount off. It is really sticky, you can tell. You can put your hand on it, just kind of grab. But we have the Dynomat laid here a little bit, and I'm just gonna kind of peel it out slowly, kind of like a phone. And I'll get the roller. Just gonna roll the end of it. So here's a quick update. We have finished putting the Dynomat throughout the car on the floor. We've rolled it, and we also put a 1/4-inch Dynoliner, the foam you see there, just below the feet, passenger, driver, as well as the rear. Now we're ready to put the Type R interior in, but I just wanted to show you guys kind of what we have here.